The Carrillo adobe is about the only three-dimensional reminder of that part of our history left in town.
It's quite unique that we have this much left here after all this period of time.
This is a rare opportunity to actually be able to show a working ranch as it existed. Some of the walls are still very straight, some of the corners are still very true. We have a lot of the original roof timber is here. On this back wall, we still have some remnants of the exterior plaster or whitewash type finish that was put on the outside of the adobes to protect them. We also have one of the doorways here, and as you can see, they're cut on an angle because a lot of them would have been wood framed on the interior with the wood doorway to the outside. So that way you didn't just have a square cut through them, they angled into the doorway. You can still see the supporting structure here in wood and how that then ties the walls together because the wood framing goes all the way out into the adobe block.
A ruin has an enormous power to encourage reflection on the human condition, really, and that's what history should encourage us to do. The histories of the adobe and of the Carrillo family and of Santa Rosa are deeply interwoven. Well, Dona Maria Carrillo is a very interesting woman who represents a very important part of our past. She descended from a woman who came into California in 1776 with the Anza expedition down south, a widow when she came into California.
She pretty well ran things, except for the day-to-day operation of the cattle. I think she left that to her sons. We understand from some of the journals of people that were traveling through the area, they spoke of her being this hostess and the finery that the Carrillo women and men wore when they were entertaining. It was just like she had taken part of her life in San Diego and put some of it right here, culturally. She used to do the entire circuitous kind of thing around the entire land grant too, and that's a lot of riding. So she was a pretty strong lady. She had orchards here, fruit trees, vegetable gardens.
One of the things that the ranch did a lot of certainly was raise livestock, of which they would have sold the hides for the leather. There was an Indian village here within less than half a mile of this adobe. The Indians used to live very much off of the acorns and the game.
The fish life here was very, very abundant, so this would have been a resource. It's no wonder that she decided that this was where she would settle. The Senora was a devout Catholic and a courageous woman that came up the El Camino Real and with her children in an ox-drawn carreta and established this home for she and her family and surrounding land grants.
It's important to know the origins of our communities, just as it's important to know our own origins and to be able to view them, to be able to reflect upon the passage of time.
The past can have a present and a future.